In a dungeon. In a dungeon. We're in a dungeon. Hello, everyone. My name is C2, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Heroes: Trails of Cold Steel. Last time, we got slapped and fell from the first floor of the old schoolhouse. Now, we're being offered some quartz. So, let's talk to everyone and get a general consensus of where they are. I know this is a military academy, but I didn't think they'd throw us into battles quite this quickly. She even told us to get our quartz all set up too. What in the world is she planning to throw us into? Fair enough, Elliot. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I was gonna mention the cases last time. So, apparently, these are their weapon cases. And from the first part of the prologue, we've seen what Laura's weapon looks like. And I'm sorry, but that case must have great storage, because there is no way that she's storing her sword in that case. It's physically not possible. If we go and look for Gaius, his spirit would have to be foldable so that this would fit. Like, uses understandable. I can see this sword being stored there. We didn't see what Maki's weapon, nor this girl's weapon, nor Fee's, or Emma's. But I don't know. No, Emma's is a staff, which I'm guessing can be divided into multiple parts, given the fact that it's mechanical. So it's just I take a hard time to believe that Gaius and holy shit, Laura's sword can be stored there. I blanked out for a minute there. Good. My blade seems undamaged. I'm not particularly adept with orbital arts, but it may be best to have some prepared regardless. Wise choice. Hey, about before. The future's looking bleak. Shame, Reen. Let's talk to Machias. Bah! Why do I have to put up with this? Uses? Our illustrious instructor seems fond of toying with others. Okay. Gaius? Huh. This seems pretty useful. I should test it out and see what it can do. What a pain. Okay, Fee? Emma? I don't have much experience with battle ornaments myself, but I don't know where the butt came from. I'll do as we were instructed for now, though. Okay, with everyone sorted out, let's go check out what we got. We obtained Force.
What's this?
That's called a master quartz. If you set that into the large slot in the center of your Arcus, you'll be able to use arts. Go on, give it a try.
Orbments, a general term for mechanical devices that extract orbital energy from septium and uses it to generate magical effects and enhancements. Battle orbments. Arcus, a personal device that can harness orbital energy in a variety of ways depending on the quartz set in it. Since they're tailor-made for their users, the orbment's internal structure varies from one unit to another. Quartz, crystal circuit. A circuit made from septium fragments called sepit, setting into battle ornaments to harness a variety of powers and properties. Master quartz, a special kind of quartz which can be set into the center of a new Arcus battle ornament. These quartz are strong and more adaptable than regular quartz, and by fighting battles with one, setting your orbment, it will level up and gain new abilities. Well, I'll get into it once we are able to set the quartz. Set the master quartz into Reen's Arcus. Quartz can be set in the orbment station, the orbment section of your camp menu. Oh boy. So if we open our menu and go to orbment, into quartz. So, as the tutorials mentioned, Reen's master quartz is force. So the basic idea is that master quartz functions as, well, both our stat growth, but also it inclines what the character's playstyle should be focused at. For example, Reen's force gains skill points by enemy kill, and he also has an amazing attack growth. And as the force master quartz levels up, both his base ability will get a boost, but also he will unlock additional conditions to his master quartz, which should trigger and help him become better in the battlefield. Also, the arts that are available, these arts that are available to him via the master quartz will grow as the quartz levels up. So currently available to him only has Firebolt, and we could set other quartz to trigger other spells, as we will see later. But currently, natively, Reen can only use Firebolt. Oh, I forgot to actually set it in. So we'll set it first. And with that set...
What in the world?
That light means that you've successfully synchronized with your Arcus. Congratulations! Now you can use arts as much as you want. These Arcus units have plenty more nifty features. But I wouldn't want to bombard you with too much info all at once, so we'll cover those another time. Anyway, since you've got your Arcus all set up and ready to go, here's what I want you to do.
Sorry for the interruption. Oh wait, that was a voice line.
When you step through that door, you'll be in an underground testing area. Basically, it's a dungeon. It's pretty large and full of twists and turns. I'd almost guarantee you'll get lost at least once. But when you find the exit, you'll be able to return to the first floor of this old schoolhouse. There are monsters wandering around, though, so don't let your guard down, even for a moment. With all that said, let's commence our special orienteering exercise. Your objective is to make your way through this area and back to the surface. Make it back in one piece, and I'll be happy to field any complaints you might have. If you make it back safely, I might even give you a kiss. Free of charge. On the cheek, of course.
I don't think she's joking.
And just where do you think you're going? Were you planning to wander off on your own without saying anything?
Oh, I didn't press the X button. That was weird.
I have no interest in becoming friends with anyone here, and I'm surprised that you, of all people, give a damn what I do. Unless you've suddenly decided you do want to keep company with one of those stuck-up hedonists after all. Still, if you're afraid of the monsters, I suppose I could accompany you. After all, what kind of Erebonian noble would I be if I didn't have at least some degree of prowess with a sword? And noblesse oblige dictates that it's my sacred duty to protect powerless commoners such as yourself.
What the hell? Nobody's asking your high excellency to deign to help us. But if that's how you're gonna be, I'll just find my way out of here before you. I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself without some relic of an outdated class system dragging me down.
Sure, Mark, yes.
What should we do?
The only thing we can do. We should begin exploring these ruins ourselves. I believe it would be prudent to remain in small groups, however. Would the two of you have any objections to accompanying me?
Oh, no, that's fine. It would be a huge help, actually.
And you're welcome to join us as...
And she's gone.
well... I suppose that's a no. Perhaps we'll run into her along the way, and she can join us then. So, shall we be off? I'm certain you gentlemen will be fine, but do take care.
Okay.
If you'll excuse us, please.
Oof.
Not such a hot first impression there, huh?
You can say that again. I'll have to clear things up with her later. Anyway, how do you guys want to do this? Should the three of us stick together too?
Sounds good to me. I'd get pretty anxious wandering around a place like this alone.
No objections here. I'd be happy to accompany you.
Gaius Warzel.
I don't believe I've introduced myself yet. My name is Gaius Warzel. I just arrived in the Empire, so any help you can offer would be much appreciated.
Oh, so you're from abroad. I'd been wondering. My name's Reen Schwarzer. It's nice to meet you.
I'm Elliot Craig. So, you fight with that?
I think I did not read Elliot when Elliot introduced himself. I think I didn't mention his name, but yeah, Elliot's full name is Elliot Craig. Huh.
Of course. Why else would I be carrying it?
It's a spear, but it has that odd cross-shaped head.
It looks kind of awesome.
Think of it as combining the best parts of a spear and a poleaxe. I was pretty handy with it back home. But speaking of weapons, I have to say, yours looks pretty unique.
Oh, this thing.
Is it a staff? Wait, no, it's an ornament, isn't it?
Both, actually. It's an orbital staff. The tech is pretty recent. This one's still a prototype, more or less. Back during enrollment, they told me I had some aptitude for it, so when it came time to choose, I just sort of ran with it.
Interesting. I've never seen anything like it before.
Can't say I have either.
They're still in development, apparently, so there aren't too many around just yet. But that said, I'm curious about what you've got there, Reen.
Oh, my sword?
Yeah, but what kind of sword is it?
It's different from the kinds of swords I thought the people in the Empire used, though.
It's an Eastern style of saber called a tachi. Any way you slice it, though, it's basically a longsword.
Wow, that's one beautiful blade.
The craftsmanship looks exceptional.
They're renowned for the layering of their steel and the sharpness of their edge. Truth be told, though, I'm still a little hesitant to be swinging around something this dangerous.
Seriously? If that's what hesitant looks like, I'll bet confidence will make you unstoppable.
Well, you sound like a good guy to have around when the going gets tough. Speaking of which, I think we've been standing around long enough. We should really be getting ourselves into trouble.
I think I can manage that. You saw it yourselves. Trouble has a way of dropping in on me. Let's take it slow and steady, though. We need to adapt to each other's fighting styles to really gel as a team.
Got it.
Elliot has joined the party, and Gaius has joined the party. So, we can change party order by pressing L1 while we're active in the field, and we can do so as well in the camp menu. We also get, in addition to that, we also get the tactics menu. We can basically move around our party members in a grid space, which will allow us to move the battle formation. As for encounter types, we will actually see them as we play along, and I feel that that's the best way to actually truly that's the proper way to actually explain it. However, it's important that the game mentions if our level is significantly higher than the enemy, we can defeat them with a field attack. With that said, if we press L1, we can switch character, and that also includes our attack. So, Gaius stabs, Reen slashes, and Elliot swings.
It's my turn.
As for ornaments, because as the tutorial mentioned, everyone's ornament is different. Reen uses force. Elliot uses cannon. Also, something I forgot to mention. If you notice here, Reen has a gray and a red circle here, where his quartz, his sepet line goes for his battle ornament. This is unique to each character. Each character has specific types of colors that are unique to their quartz line. Only quartz of that color can be slotted into these slots. But for now, it's not a big deal, except for Gaius, which is his first quartz is a green type quartz. So, that out of the way, Elliot's master quartz is cannon. It's mostly an offensive/defensive type of quartz. It multiplies the potency of healing arts. And he starts with two base arts, Tear and Aqua Bleed. Tear being a healing spell, and Aqua Bleed is an offensive spell. So you can both use Elliot as a healer, but he also puts some decent magic damage. As for Gaius, he starts with Falcom. Falco is primarily a strength-based master quartz with a little bit of investment into speed, with middling defense and magic defense. What makes Falco unique is that you start with the insight status. We haven't got into status respect yet, but to give you a spoiler idea, insight works as increasing 50% the accuracy of attacks and 50% evasion gain. And Gaius starts with Airstrike, which is a basic wind spell, offensive spell. With that said, let us head to the beginning of the orienteering exercise.
Yikes! A monster!
Huh. Never seen this kind before.
So,
Looks like a flying feline. Careful, everyone.
I'm going to let everyone finish talking. So right now we're going to see a lot of tutorials. I'm going to try to explain. I will try to explain my best to get you acquainted with the system. But first, let's talk about the field and monsters. We can attack and move around the field. So can the monsters. If we were to attack a monster head on, the monster would temporarily have a small stun window. We can continue to attack them to try to move ourselves behind the enemy. If we're able to attack it and our weapon is effective against that monster, we'll get a couple bonus effects. We also get bonus effects if we approach the enemy from behind. If we get approached from behind, we start with a disadvantage. So let me see if I can get the biggest advantage first. Here. So as you can see, as Reen attacks, the enemy gets has a small stun. Here we got a triple advantage. Well, first we'll do this tutorial first. So there's turn order. Basically, turn order is described by these icons that are on our left. Basically, the first icon on that list is the current. That's that person's current turn. And as we do actions, each action has a delay and will move us to a certain spot in the current list. There are also turn bonuses. There also are special effects that trigger while in battle. They are random, and most of them are useful, but some have extra properties that help when it comes to combat. So turn bonuses are here explained, but I think that they're better explained while in combat to give you an idea.
My turn.
So starting off, currently as you can see, we can only attack. So when attacking, there's two things we have to take into consideration: our weapon range and our movement range. Weapon range refers to what is each character's reach with their weapon, and movement range is how much they can move across the battlefield. If an opponent is outside both our movement and our range, the character will just move closer to the opponent. As you can see, when Rin selects an opponent, he gets, in the turn order, a delay. This describes when Rin's next turn would be, depending on the action he does. So in this case, Rin's turn would have a 33 delay, which will still allow us to attack. But I should mention that since we have triple advantage, when we get a triple advantage on an opponent, we have a priority when it comes to what is our turn order. So we're more likely we have a speed advantage on our opponent, so we have more chances to do our turn, basically. So we'll start with green attacking. This brings us to the crafts. Crafts are basically skills. If you see near our health, we have HP, we have EP, and we have CP, which represents craft points. Crafts are unique special skills to each character. We get new crafts as we level up, so I'll be mentioning the ones we currently have and ones we unlock as the story goes along.
It's my turn.
Well, okay, so in Gaius' turn, he also has a turn bonus, which is Sepith Up. Sepith Up, how it works is when you deal damage, enemies that get hit in this turn will release Sepith, which is basically like currency, to put it in blunt terms. As for Gaius, his craft is Gale Singer. It attacks in a line and does seal. Since we don't have enough craft points just yet, we can't use it, so we'll do a basic attack with Gaius. As you saw, as we hit the enemy, it dropped some crystals. That's Sepith. Okay, Elliot. His starting craft is Resounding Beat. It's a support skill. Basically, it covers a medium area and it gives plus 25 defense and HP regen. It's really good. A really good defensive option for early game. But we also have access to items. Elliot has a staff. He later will learn an ability to scan enemies, and there's also a quartz that allows you to do so. But currently in our items we have battle scopes. Battle scopes allow us to analyze the key data. It's basically Emma's skill that we saw in the prologue. It allows us to see the enemy's details. However, the difference with Emma's skill is that it does not give us an unbalanced bonus. So it just tells us the information, which is useful to know what the enemy is weak to, but also to see what it will drop and its total HP. Although currently, since Green hit the enemy, we have an idea of how much HP they have. So we'll target this one. A flying feline. A winged feline monster relentlessly pursues its prey, attacking with kicks from above. It drops red beast blast and U material. So Sepith is the currency that the monster will drop, and then there's elemental efficiency. So basically, currently there's 4 elements that we should worry about: amber, which is earth; blue, which is water; red, which is fire; and green, which is wind, and technically lightning as well. But basically, that's the major elements we're going to be focusing right now. So they're weak to fire, but since we can't use spells just yet, we just have to hit them hard. So, Reen's craft is Autumn Leaf Cutter. It attacks in a small area does impede, and does delay plus 50. Impede, we can't see what it does just yet. We would need an enemy that's a spellcaster. But in delay, what it does is that besides delaying Green's turn when he does the action, it also has a chance to delay the opponent's turn, basically not allowing moving the position of their current turn to later down the turn list. Basically delaying them from being able to attack, which is very useful. Following that, we'll attack with Green, and since he killed an enemy, it triggers the effect from Force. Now, Gaius has a couple craft points now, though I do not want to use it just yet, so I'm gonna basic attack here. Killing the opponent. On Elliot's turn, we'll hit him with our staff. Oh, I forgot to mention Gaius and Elliot's range. So Gaius has he has a lot of movement and has a lot of range due to his spear. So that will be pretty useful. As for Reen, we're just going to smack him and get a little bit of craft points back thanks to Force. Now, the battle results screen. As we fight, doing certain actions will grant us a tactical bonus. Tactical bonuses are useful because they increase the total multiplier of XP. In this case, we did Unscathed, which means when characters in the party do not take damage. We get 0.2 since I think Green takes damage. Overkill is when we kill an opponent with dealing more attack points than their total health. And First Strike means to be the first one to attack in the battle, and Scouter is when we use Analyze on an opponent. In experience, it's like any other JRPG. We get experience. The bar below our experience is our Quartz experience, our Master Quartz experience. Right now, we don't really have to worry too much about it, but as we fight, eventually, we'll also gain Master Quartz experience as well. And finally, we got the Sepith screen. Sepith is our money. As to what each color represents, we won't cover this right now. But what's most important is the gray one at the end, which has 11. That is our Sepith map. That is our money. So keep that in mind. That's mostly what we'll be using for money.
Please tell me there aren't more of those things lurking around here.
I hate to tell you, but I can sense more further in.
Anyway, let's just stay alert.
Now you can view Active Voice and Monster Guide from the tabs of your notebook. The Active Voice record lists the last 50 active voice lines heard, allowing you to rehear them or listen to them again. The Monster Guide automatically records information on monsters you fought, serving as a valuable reference. Both can be accessed via the Select button or by choosing Note and selecting the relevant tab in the cat menu. Analysis. Fighting a given type of enemy gradually unlocks information about them. A battle scope item, as well as certain arts and crafts, can unlock the information at once. So if we go to our notebook, we have first the main. Basically, this summarizes the story. But what is interesting about this is that it's summarized in the first person, as how Reen would narrate it. So sometimes it's fun to go and see the main, as it expresses how Reen feels throughout the story. Then we have the battle. It basically covers our combat history, our achievements, and our combat skills. If we go to our monster guide, we have the flying feline. I would recommend any monster you see, you should probably scan it. If not for the information that allows us to be prepared for any type of combat situation, but also because it has a hidden benefit that we'll see later. Active voice is lines that we will hear that are not cutscenes but appear in the dungeon. And help is mostly our tutorial category. Another thing on the field is that on dungeons, we might find boxes. If we hit them, there's a chance that we'll find items. So that's also something we should look out. So now that we're able to explore, we should actually go and start opening chests. Here we got all the types of Sepith. In total, there are 7 types of Sepith. As to what each does, we'll cover in a later time, but basically, amber is earth, as I mentioned, blue water, red fire, green wind. The 3 additional, gray is time, gold is space, and silver is mirage. So we'll get into what those do later. But if we keep going ahead, we'll get a treasure chest. The rarity of the treasure chest is denoted with the color. So the one we just pick up with the Sepith is a basic one. This is a rare one. And from it, we get a quartz needle shoot. This looks like another quartz. So we can set this into our Arcus units? Most likely. Let's give it a try. So, quartz. We have a couple types of quartz. Basically, we have quartz that allow us to use a specific arts. So if they have a name like Aqua Bolt, Fire Bolt, or in this case, Needle Shoot. There's also quartz that increase our stats. For example, we have a quartz that increase our HP or evade. It can be flat stats or percentage stats. Depends on the type of quartz. And finally, we have rare quartz or quartz with multiple functions. There are quartz that can have passive bonuses for the field, quartz that allow us to use additional art. Instead of getting 1 art per quartz, we get 2 probably, or quartz that allow us that give us arts and stat bonuses. So that's important to keep that in mind. For now, we got a new quartz, which was Needle Shoot, and the one I recommend due to having a high magic stat, it would be Elliot. And it gives him now water and earth damage, which will be useful for later. If we keep going forward, it looks like an orbment charging station. Orbment charging stations like this are often found left behind by some kindly explorer in particularly dangerous areas. If you encounter one, walk up to it and press the X button, then select rest to restore HP and EP for all party members. This could be a lifesaver if we find ourselves flagging after a tough battle. Yeah, we should come back here and rest if we need to, just to be on the safe side. So, orbital charging stations basically work as our heal points. There will be a couple around the dungeon, so it's good to, if you feel that you're lacking mana or health and you don't have healing items, you can use this to save up on them. So, our next enemy is a slime. I don't think physical attacks are going to be very effective against that monster. I think you're right. We'll need to rely on arts for this time. Got it. Actually, attacking with my orbital staff has basically the same effect as an art, so just without any casting time. So if worst comes to worst, I should just be able to run up and smack it. Wow, really? I can see that thing coming in handy. Well, we're counting on you to lead the charge then. Here goes nothing. So we'll switch to Elliot. See if we can. I'm not getting that advantage. So, arts. There are 2 types of arts: attack arts and support arts. When arts are cast, they require time to cast. So, when you're casting an art, there is a delay between casting the art and actually unleashing the spell. So keep that in mind. Also, when the arts that we cast have 2 benefits. They can be physical, like magical attacks, which are effective against enemies with high evasion, or with high physical defense. While support arts allow us to buff, heal, and augment. As I mentioned before, elemental efficiency, which is basically it works as a damage multiplier to the elemental damage. So that's a benefit from scanning enemies. So, as we saw in the tutorial, it gives us a sneak peek to what these enemies are weak to. They're weak to fire magic, so we'll use Reen. As you saw when... Oh, okay. That's unfortunate. That slime got a bonus, a bonus effect, which was critical. Critical works as basically a free critical hit. No questions asked. It also has an additional, it works as a 1.5 multiplier, and it also increases efficiency, unbalanced efficiency. So when we're able to unbalance an opponent, that will become useful, and I'll refer to this when it becomes available. So, Elliot, as he mentioned, his staff counts as an orbital art. So, if we were to hit them with Elliot, they still take decent damage as if we had cast an art. So, that's what is neat about using staff users like Elliot, and Emma also has the effect as well. But I mostly recommend to just use it in worst case scenarios. So in this case, we're gonna use guys' Wind Art, although I think it's resistant to it. So on Reen's turn, oh boy, he gets another critical. Let me see if I can, before we finish killing this guy, I'm gonna battle scope him. Because we know the weakness, but it's better that if we already have it. So it's weak to fire and a little bit to earth, but it's resistant to wind. So, oh, okay. Man, if Reen had his turn right now, that would have been really cool. So yeah, enemies can cast spells as well. Arts like Reen's Autumn Leaf Cutter has Impede. When an enemy is casting an art and a character has Impede, if they hit the opponent with that craft, they will cancel out their spell. It basically does not allow casters to actually pull off their moves. It's a super useful skill to prevent taking major magical damage. So from guys, we'll do a quick cast here and use Airstrike to finish him off.
Precious. We should hurry.
So we didn't get much of a total experience upgrade because we just scouted it. To be honest, we fought a little bit sloppy, but it is what it is. So since guys took a little bit of damage and since the MP pool is not that big, we're gonna rest real quick before continuing. Sorry if we're moving a little bit slow. It's that there's a lot of stuff that gets introduced at once, so we kind of...
I'm starting to lose my sense of direction down here.
Yeah, gotta make sure we're not going in circles.
Leave it to me.
We'll move to Gaius, but this will kind of be the last tutorial fight for now, so... An insectoid monster, huh? Looks like that shell might take a real beating. Might be pretty tough to take it down. Agreed. We'll need to keep our wits about us against this one. We should probably give it everything we got, arts, crafts included, and see what what works best. So with Gaius, let's see if we can get... We'll see if we can get to move around this. Okay, so we'll get a triple advantage. Oh, I forgot to mention, triple advantage also gives you a small boost in craft points. So keep that in mind, it gives you like a 10% boost. So that is efficiency. This shows how likely an enemy is affected by a particular status ailment. Efficiency only represents how likely the status ailment is to work on the enemy. It does not affect the ailment's duration or potency. So it shows you all the status effects. We'll be covering them as they appear in the story. So, and we'll also have another set of abnormal status which, as we mentioned, AT, which refers to delay, it forces the afflicted to wait longer for their next turn. And then there's also the stats down and the stat up. And here we also see that there is a normal status for HP regen and CP regen. We also get insight, which is, as I mentioned before, accuracy and evasion by 50%, and it also imbues the user with a 10% more likely to unbalance a foe. So there's that as well.
My turn.
So, as this is a major fight, I'd like to start right off with a battle scope. Get a feel for what our enemies are weak to. They are weak to fire.
It's my turn.
Okay. But we'll start with using Gaius' Scale Stinger. Hopefully we can seal them.
My turn.
Oh, we got 2 sealed opponents. So how seal basically works is the opponent can't move, can't attack, or use crafts. So it's a really good status effect for physical attack users to be afflicted by. So with Elliot, we'll use an Earth Needle. Oh no, actually, we'll buff the party with a Resounding Beat.
Give it up, everyone.
And that gives us a defense and an HP regen. So on Reen's turn, we'll attack all of these guys with an Autumn Leaf Cutter. Hopefully delaying them. Good.
All right.
On Gaius' turn, he gets a critical off, which is major. We'll try to seal these 3 so to relieve some pressure from Reen. He'll kill them all, which is amazing, and we get a tactical bonus for the triple kill. Okay, so we'll cast an art. We'll move to attack Reen. Elliot will finish them off. Oh, barely missed to finish him off. He still has seal.
My turn.
On Elliot's turn, we'll cast another art.
Arcus activate.
It'll focus on Reen. And since they're all lined up, let's go for another Gale Stinger. Guys, we'll almost finish everyone now. Elliot will finish this one off with an Earth Needle, getting an overkill. And Reen will finish him off with a basic attack.
That's that. Let's keep moving.
And we get a 1.9 XP, total XP. We get a 0.3 from triple kill, a 0.2 from double kill, 1.2, 1.1, so 2% from overkill, 1 from first strike, and 1 from scouter. Almost netting us our level up.
Elliot, are you okay?
I don't see any obvious injuries.
I'm okay. I was just so relieved the fight was over. The strength kind of just left my legs. I'm amazed how calm you two are. You don't seem tired or worried or anything.
I guess I'm just used to fighting monsters like these.
You need a hand?
No, I'll be fine. It was just a momentary lapse on my part. I can get up. And there we go.
Look out!
Elliot!
What?
No!
What?
Looks like I made it just in time. Thank Adios for that.
Hello, Machias. And hello, Shotgun.
Oh, it's you.
You said your name was Machias, right?
That's right. Came to realize that I shouldn't have just stormed off like I did.
Okay, good start.
Let that arrogant noble goad me into losing my composure, acting on impulse.
Not so sure about that one.
So I just wanted to say, I'm sorry. I
Okay.
acted foolishly, and I hope you can forgive me for it.
Oh, sorry for interrupting you, Machias.
No sweat. Water under the bridge.
Yeah, we all have moments when we say or do things we regret. That's human nature for you. Oh, and thanks for saving me, by the way.
I'm just glad I happened to be passing by. After I'd cooled my head, I decided to retrace my steps, and there you were. Is it just the three of you here?
Yeah, we stood around talking for a while, so the others are probably ahead of us at this point.
I don't think there's any reason to go back any farther. I can't imagine you'll find anyone there.
I see. I don't suppose you'd mind if I came with you, would you? I'm reasonably skilled with a gun, so you might find it useful having me along.
Cool.
Sure thing. Welcome aboard. The name's Reen Schwarzer.
I'm Elliot Craig. It's nice to meet you.
My name is Guy Warzel. It's a pleasure.
The pleasure's mine, I assure you. My name is Machias Regnitz. Could I ask you what social class you each belong to?
Oh boy.
I realize how that must sound, considering my recent outburst. But please, don't take it personally. I'm simply curious to know who I'm associating with.
Well, both my parents are commoners.
Likewise, though my homeland has no class system to begin with.
Ah, so you're from abroad then? What about you, Reen?
Well, let's just say I haven't got a drop of noble blood in my veins. So I guess we're all in equal standing here.
Well, now that's a relief. We should probably get moving then. I'm somewhat concerned about the girls, as you might imagine. I'd feel much better if we were around to help if they wound up in danger.
Yeah, I suppose there's strength in numbers.
All right, let's go.
Elliot's reaction to Reen's comment is a bit suspicious, but hopefully that doesn't backfire. Maki's joined the party. Minimap. You can expand the minimap by pressing the start button. This expanded view also allows us to view the area's topography, as well as the location of enemies. But I think that's a good stopping point for now. We have started the orienteering exercise, we got through a couple combat tutorials, and now we got a new party member. So, I think that next time, we move forward through the orienteering exercise. So, next time on The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel, we'll be doing just that. See you guys then.